Yeah, scratch his head.
And
you gotta keep scratching.
I just walked
Keep
back
scratching.
out.
Scratch his head.
So my friend
Yeah,
told me
scratch.
about classic
Not
So I
pat.
went in
Scratch.
and,
Scratch his head.
That, right away when I walked in, I felt comfortable. They taught me piece by piece by piece.
Scratch the head.
I had never lifted a weight.
There you go. Keep scratching.
Properly. And I
So
just
today has
started
been a
feeling
day of
like, wow,
stillness for me.
I can do this.
Some fasting, some rest. We got 75 SIM cards from TrueConnect so that we can sign people up and put SIM cards in their phones. It pays us like almost 3 times as much as regular. No biting. So yesterday the 3 of us went out with the new stroller and we walked through a pretty low-income neighborhood. We had one customer that we tried to sign up for like 45 minutes to an hour. It felt like 3. I mean, it was so long that my stomach was cramping and my calves are still sore. But we got it started. We got it kicked off. So today was just soreness and still, and really there was a Joe Rogan. I listen to his watch his podcasts on YouTube sometimes about special stuff. Like this lady, she did the Ironman, and like 20 years ago, she was incredible, in incredible shape. In the end of the Ironman, she couldn't cross the finish line. She and another lady, the other lady crawled across, so she crawled across behind her. And
$1 million for the Freedom to Live Foundation. Freedom to Live Foundation helps people.
There's a tie-in for me. Joe Rogan actually was talking about like that total fatigue in that area, and in what he was talking about, there was a bit about fasting. How fasting is where your body cleans up all the junk in your arteries and all of the breakdown material from the. Stop hitting. Rub. Look. Rub. Scratch. Be gentle. Now scratch his head. Scratch his head like that. There you go. Gentle. No. Down. Down, Joshua.
I've been doing CrossFit for 18 months.
You're not going to get your head rubbed? Okay, I guess he's done. So, kind of follow that, and there's a lot of stuff coming. We watch KCM regularly, and Kenneth Copeland has his doctor on, who is a really into keto and kind of sports medicine, that kind of thing, kind of, really taking care of your body. And like we've been on a high protein here for some time. We do have sugars in the house. I ate a bunch of M&Ms last night and shouldn't have, but my body was like, sugar, after everything that was going on. We tend to eat protein as every meal here. Right now our 3 secret ingredients are, I should say 4. Let's say 4 secret ingredients. Beef is one, and beef is because it's got creatine monohydrate and a lot of iron. The other is chicken, eggs, and we just picked up raw spinach the other day, and the spinach again has a lot of iron, and your body really picks it up. And I've been able to eat spinach. I can throw it in a bowl and throw a vinaigrette on it and just keep going and be happy, or throw some salt and pepper on it and be happy. So we're doing that. And we're changing our life. We're changing how we care for ourselves. And my son has been overweight. He's been modeling my body. He's been eating with me and hanging with me, and that's not what I'm passing on. That's not the legacy or the gift I'm giving my child. I'm going to make him strong, but again, I want him to do lacrosse and fencing and things like that. He's not going to play football. I don't want him to have a bulky body. I know the pain of that. I know the pain of heavy lifting and just that level of extreme large work. We're just not going to be living that way.
One difference was I wasn't injured. You'd be surprised that you just have how little I trained leading up to the CrossFit Games.
Yes, that's about it. Got to do my normal thing. Shameless plug. If you know someone who is low income, I'm going to put my low income Prime Amazon link on here where they can get Amazon for half the price each month. And our phone link. These are the things that are helping us grow and being able to afford to do what we need to do and what we can do to be better people. When I look at people who are major bodybuilders or who are into CrossFit and the other stuff, the ones that really do it have some kind of program, some kind of business that they do rapidly so that they can have the time to develop their bodies and to literally to really grow themselves. So we're sharing our business with everybody that we know and putting this right so that we have the time to become incredible human beings. That's it. We can use prayer. Our house is ours. We know that. There's other little things that are going on. We live in a mobile home. The lady who is currently the manager of the mobile home park does not like us, but it's not our problem. She's already done some stuff where we've had to call the police on her. When the police arrived, they said, "Hey, she's really unprofessional. She has problems." So we've got that there.
Some idea of what I want to do, but
I went to do some research about her real estate license so that we could call the real estate board or send them a letter about the stuff that she's doing. And it turns out she doesn't have a license. So I'm hiding my little scratchy leg part. Leave it alone. So we'll talk about this. This is we call it alligator skin. Actually, I had a doctor once give me a prognosis or diagnosis of scabies, and it is not. I think it's fungal, and I've had it for over 20 years. In fact, at points of high stress, I've had it on both legs, like really bad, covering the entire leg. This side is already cleaned out, and this side is still here. It looks ashy on the camera. It's not. It's actually really rough, dried skin, and it acts fungal. If I oil it every day, or we had a certain type of oil, some other stuff that I put on it that really retarded its growth, that turned it around. Hydrogenated olive oil. This stuff is so expensive. It shrunk up, was almost gone. I think that it feeds on sugars. When I don't do a lot of sugar, it gets smaller. But I've literally had it cover like from my knee to my ankle all the way around pretty bad. And it's not doing that now. Anyway, stuff on that. Say hi. Say hi. Right here. Say hi in the camera. This way, the camera. Yeah, Mr. Talkie here is really talking. We did Portuguese for a couple of days as his language, and he walked away speaking fluent Portuguese. We were having a problem keeping up. We did Hebrew last week, and he really did good on Hebrew. And right now, sometimes he has a really crusty face, but he does good. No, give me that. Give me that. He's fast at grabbing my stuff. It's the dog's correction button.
I love coaching. That's why I started the gym. I wanted to help people.
And while we were signing up the phone yesterday for those people, they gave him watermelon. So he had watermelon. Good fresh fruit.
What am I doing?
He likes to eat bananas now and then. And what else? Oh, he's discovering his shadow. The shadow on the wall is getting to be his thing. Is that your shadow? Whose shadow is that?
It's awesome. It's what I love to do. A lot of fun.
that's a great coach. We have
You kissing the shadow, man?
of 20 people in that class.
Okay.
And I think at some point during this class, he addressed
Don't hit him.
a few things with everybody.
Don't be mean.
Everybody individually.
As you dip, keeping those up.
Shift the light, come back this way. Yes, out of my box. Got a box here, my stuff I'm working on and working with. It's my locker in the house. Little plastic container. And he knows he's not supposed to be in it. Just knocked the lid off. Here's some funny stuff. So I carry pepper spray with me most of the time. It's simple. One of the things is I have a dog and a kid in a stroller. Walking down the street, another dog comes up, whatever. I have pepper spray. Where it worked out last summer was when I was working with that furniture moving company. We had a guy who stood on the corner and shook a sign at people. So one day he's yelling and he comes running back to the store. And me and one of the other driver that was working there at the time, we're trying to load stuff on the truck. And there's this guy behind him yelling, "You took my bag! You took my bag!" And he didn't. Our guy had his own bag, but the other guy was too drunk or worn out to realize that, he was harassing our guy. So the guy was pretty big, and he wasn't stopping. So I pulled up my pepper spray and I said, "Listen, I had my little attack. Been in the ICU. I am not going to fight you here. I don't have the strength." And I sprayed some pepper spray in his general direction. I said, "I'm going to use this on you, and I'm going to use the whole damn can." And he stopped and he blinked and took a step forward, and I sprayed it again, and he wandered off. But it was one of those things where pepper spray saved the day. And I really believe in this stuff. I do know that the stuff that the police and the prison guards use is much stronger, and you can develop an immunity. So I will ask people, have you ever been to jail or prison before using it? So I know if it's a good idea or if I'm just going to make the man mad. Anyway, that's my craziness. Dog watching the kid using chopsticks on the wall. Oh my God. So yesterday I had a marker. I had it in the stroller so that I could write the people's phone number on the back of their SIM card holder when I was done. It stayed in the stroller. The stroller's folded in the car. His mom took him to the store this evening, and that marker was still in the stroller. He knew it. She didn't. He got it. The front door near the what is it? The bell, the alarm, the whatever that you push to say hi to come into the house. Up all around that's marked up. One of his toys is marked up. Her chair is marked up. He got pretty marker. Hey, get that out of your ear. Get it out of your ear. Thank you. Those are my chopsticks. Those are my good ones. Thank you. So he went marker kind of crazy. Oh, doorbell is what that is. I have a Ring doorbell. Let's see. The other thing is that when he's playing on the porch, and he's getting more time to play on the porch because I have a direct view from here onto the porch. And when he's outside, I'll turn on the Ring doorbell and I can see him. I can see the whole porch. And I'll lay the dog out there by the gate, which I think does enough we've got enough security going. But what he'll do is when he's on the porch playing, he'll run up and stand on his chair he's got out there and ring the doorbell to have a conversation with me. And just keep doing that. What are you doing? What's in your hand? Is that your finger? What's in your hand? What? Nope. Okay. Where'd you get that from?
I remember the first time he really
you're
fitness was
in this bowl.
Outside, and
okay.
He wanted to take his mind off of his arms hurting, so he gives me
eating the ham out of the
club and says, "Alec, hit me in the legs as hard as you can. I'm doing push-ups." And so I take this plastic golf club and I'm whacking him in the legs, and he's still doing his push-ups, trying to take his mind off of his arms hurting. I really legitimately don't remember that.
Okay. I think that's it. We talked about everything.
Did he dream of that? Because I have never heard of that in my entire life. I thought it was crazy. He wanted to work out all the time, and it's been cool watching.
It's an awesome time. Getting really excited. I want to say that. You're gonna eat all my food? That's okay. I was done. You can finish it. Put your mouth. Just a spoonful.
I remember the end of the season at Sugar Bush, he was doing a downhill aerial competition. So somebody came down to.
He's already starting to eat from chopsticks pretty good, but he doesn't eat with them yet. We have several baby sets, and then we have what's basically a Japanese baby trainer. It's a little panda bear that you stick the ends of them into, and it holds them together, but it doesn't hold them close enough. They're splayed. So we're going to get probably another one that holds them closer. Get out of my box now. Say bye-bye. All right, he's happy. Everybody's good. We're doing the Lake Wobegon thing. My child is good looking and brilliant, exceptional. All right, Joe. Have a good one. God bless. Really, stay in the present, stay in the spirit. He's doing wonderful things in our life. I know that he does wonderful things for you. He's leading us, guiding us into places where we're able to give and receive incredibly. Just his marvelous wonders to enjoy, as it says. Oh, we were at Walmart the other day. I don't know if you guys have seen the helmet collection. We have 3 helmets that we have bought. We were at Walmart the other day. His mom went in the store to get spinach. And I'm driving around in circles in the lot trying to just waste the time while she goes in and comes out. But you guys know how Walmart is. There was a joke about... I'll come back to that. So when we're driving through the lot, I look down and I see a helmet. I'm like, oh, somebody tore an old helmet apart, that kind of thing, and it's garbage. We end up parking by it, and I get out and pick it up, and it's a brand new adult size, well, toddler to adult size, like really good helmet. So it's in the trunk still. We've got to disinfect it and clean it, but he's going up a few notches. Also, I bought with my last $5 of spending money, or what was it, $10? It's elbow, knee, and wrist pads. So, like if you're riding, what is it, like roller skates or rollerblades, or I got him for his bike. So he's got good helmets, and he's got pads that actually glow in the dark. So the point of the pads is that when he's on his bike, because it's a little two-wheeler with training wheels, he kind of turns the steering wheel too sharply sometimes and falls over. As soon as the pads come, I'm going to put him on his bike and just keep him on his bike for a few days until he gets his balance, but I expect him to fall. Then after that, while he can still fit the pads, whenever we go out, like when we went to the drive-in the other night, he'll wear his pads because they glow in the dark, and they're highly reflective. So we've got this little suit on him that, again, for me, is like, it's that safety thing. It's the stuff that I love to have to make sure that we're good. Okay, you're out of my box. Close my box. Not for you. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Got a whole package of those. Those are the fairly decent chopsticks. We got them from a Vietnamese store. We got these and some like kind of more fancy ones. There's like 20 of these and 10 of the other ones. I like to eat with chopsticks most of the time. I may be wrong, but my memory is that I started close to his age using them to eat, and I'm pretty proficient with them. The issue is that I'm left-handed. Okay, I think that's it. I've thought about cutting his hair again. Not going to do it. What will probably happen is eventually he can brush it into like a whole thing and tie it off behind him. Yeah. You can see the red kind of tint here. In the sunlight, it's red. He's a little red-headed, high yellow mixed kid. This is the Adams kid. I want to talk about that, I guess, real quick, is in the stuff that we have been listening to, several different ministries, the thing has been about forgiveness. How really having no, you don't get my chopsticks. Having heart forgiveness is the thing that it releases the blessing. It releases the room for him to grow. And really having the breakthroughs on that, really focusing on that, really letting it happen. When the thoughts come up about, what has been done to me, what's gone on, just that thought of forgiveness comes back and it's growing, overcoming the other stuff. Instead of looking at, not that I've really looked to people for restoration, but instead of looking at them for, at what they've done, I'm just seeing that he's restoring the whole thing in my life. And that he's confirming his word with signs following. There's a fellow I know who was a Marine from Moses from, I think, Washington. He and I used to share verses in a crazy place, and that was Moses. That was the one that he shared with me that I had never seen. Was that God confirms His word and the sharing of His word with signs following. So I expect signs in your life now and in my life because we're sharing His word, which He confirms. Give me the nose. Give me the nose. Give me noses. Give me noses. Give me noses. Noses. I got the noses. That part where it says vengeance is his, he will repay. Dr. Bill Winston converts that to, he uses the word recompense, not repayment as we think, as in like perhaps he will attack them again, but the recompense is that he restores, repays to us for what was taken. There were some things that I was at the mercy of some people who were pretty bad, and I in prayer and in faith, I spoke some things about how this thing would turn out, and I'm open now. I'm really seeing and receiving the recompense from their choices and their actions, and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm very excited about it.
Whenever he
No
does
hands.
this year, and
Don't do
where
that.
he places,
Leave
does
that.
he want to win? Absolutely. Would we love to see him win? Absolutely.
Got a water jug behind him. No, leave my water. So you say bye bye again?
All year.
Oh, what is that?
That's CrossFit.
Just from the numbers I'm
Yeah,
What is that?
yeah,
these guys are doing CrossFit, which I don't think. I don't know.
What is that? They dirty.
I like the idea of
more
being in better shape and more constant workout.
my mental
CrossFit to me is
so whatever the other guys bring, that's
is
on them this year.
I don't know. There's a form of insanity I see in it.
What is that?
For the 20.
Is
The idea that you can do these things is awesome, and I know that I've done a lot of them, but I didn't do it following some other. Yeah.
I love the game. I love it. I show up and I'm like,
There's a
first
point
song,
where
like, seriously, like,
when
it-
you work out so much, your body can literally break down your muscles to blood,
That's what I love.
which can affect your kidneys. That's happened to me twice, where just for a day or days, I urinated blood, and it turns out it was rapid muscle breakdown. And apparently it's increased, especially with CrossFit fit people. So, yeah, not exactly seeing that happen. I don't float. My body is still more muscle than fat, though I look pretty fat. My son has got quite a bit of fat on him, but he's got a strong core if you look at his muscles. I'm concerned about him floating. It's in the genetics, you know.
Yeah, so people
Um,
carried off in pressure last year. You know, you gotta expect that. You gotta know that
Guess
whatever
that's about
you
it.
do today in training, you have to push yourself to the absolute max capacity.
Plan to be doing some swimming this year somehow. We've played in the bathtub and that kind of thing. He was in a friend's pool for a little bit last summer, but because I didn't get in, he wasn't really with it. I think it's time to really get him his. This year will be the year to get him. You read it just where he's a water baby, where he's back into full-time water and knowing it. Kind of speaking of that, we don't do that in our bathtub anymore because our bathtub is needs to be replaced. We've got some stuff where it's loose and needs to be, the wood needs to be replaced, that kind of thing. And I haven't been mentioning it because I just thought of it as speaking evil, and now I know it's not. When you share our Amazon link and our other stuff, that's where that help goes to. It helps us to rebuild and to establish a good home, to have the things that we need, and we'd appreciate that. Okay, listen, you say bye-bye. Give me the bye-bye in. Thank you for the remote. Give me bye-bye again. Give me the big bye-bye. Can you blow kisses? Can you blow kisses? Don't kiss it, blow kisses. Say, look. Say, mwah. Okay, bye-bye.